Jake's one of my best friends, so I feel okay saying this. I feel like with Jake, he's always been someone to take a back seat and let someone else take the opportunity. And it's rad to see this year, he's taking those opportunities and he's acting upon his own urges to go and like get his shots and get his tricks that he wants to do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put one up.
Like 7 or 8 years after I moved here is when I really first started filming here, which was last year for Mr. Plant.
Before me, like, there was a ton of video crews, a lot of rails were already hit. You know, it started to become like a big bust here. And so it's rad the last couple of years to be like here in Salt Lake filming. And mainly I feel like it's because with the winch, it's opened up so many new spots that it's like a new city kind of, you know?
The winch is feature snowboarding, you know, it's brought a whole different feature set. The same city that had nothing 5 years ago has so many things now because there's no limitations.
It's opened up so many new things that, I mean, you could go to a parking lot that's completely flat. The speed's always there now, which 10 years ago, the biggest factor is like you couldn't get speed, you know?
I'll be winch guy or landing guy first. I think Jeremy's winch, I'm landing.
I always knew Pat as someone that just went fast. And so as I watched his snowboarding progress and become what he is now, that never changed. He always just charges. He charges, he goes fast, he goes huge, and like, that's what we know Pat as, you know? He's a beast.
Speed's good. You okay?
Speed, big, style, stomp. Like, that's where his head's at, you know? And then you have Jake, who's just like, you know, he wants to prank, he wants to joke, he wants to just goof off. That's the way he approaches adrenaline and anxiety about a spot that he's got to hit.
Loser goes. Or do you want to go first?
You want it, or should I take it? You know, that's his attitude. Should we rock, paper, scissors? Let's do this.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
I just need some strength in these old legs, man. That carefree kind of approach to beer, it calms the whole session down.
Now I gotta go splat.
Let's get him in the saddle.
Just the whole run-in setup, everything was super hard, so I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it.
Jake almost pulls out because he doesn't think he can get the run in. And then you end up with a clip, like, that's the jam right there. How can you be more efficient in the street, you know? And where it started from one shovel and one car with 5 dudes packed in it to roll up to a spot, it's like 6 cars, there's 2 generators, we have cords, we have a propane tank, we have a winch for speed. It's like you have everything you need for anything.
You got lift tickets now that cost $160 a day. Can't think of, even on one hand, how many days I've had riding a mountain that was worth $160 to ride a chairlift. I think jibbing is really good for the sport, because certainly going to the mountains isn't going to make this sport grow. It's going to be all do-it-yourself, and that's kind of how it started and probably what it's going to have to go back to. Growing up, you know, in snowboarding, like, I would snowboard on anything and everything. I get the same feeling whether it's a backcountry jump or a gap or something in the streets, you know?
Coming back to the spot and compared to last year, I'm still gripped. It's big, but I'm not as gripped as I was last year.
You throw him on something and he's first up on something that will get most people gripped, and he's just like so loose about it.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I don't know if it's just to get that first one out of the way, the quicker the better, or if it's just his way of pumping up the whole crew to get everyone relaxed so that we all do it.
It'll be mellower for you. It's a full turn the entire way. Never on your flat.
Mellower for you.
That approach has made me so relaxed. The way that I go into something, like he's brought that to me.
For me, it's best to not overthink it. You know, I get to a spot, I get comfortable with the speed and the feature, and then imagine myself doing it. I'll like close my eyes and like see myself doing it, and then after that, I just shut off.
I've definitely had seasons like that where it's like you get to a spot and you just see a trick in your head and you know you can do it, and there's nothing getting in your way of getting that trick. And that's what I've seen Jake this year.
You know, the couple trips that we've had have just been some of the best that I've ever been on, you know, as far as producing footage and in like subpar conditions. I mean, not even that good. And it's like some of the best footage we've ever got.
Set up the first spot of the trip. Weather's not cooperating, but Jake was super motivated because he's got to leave in a couple days, so here we are, doing it.